Okay, guys, I think I've got everything set. How are y'all doing? Welcome to Quick's Arcade. I'm Quicks. The Quixotics will be coming in. We got some work to do today with the boss. Hi, Magical Mongoose. I see you in there. How you doing? Congratulations on beating the One Reborn last night. You missed it. Well, it's on the VOD if you want to see it. It wasn't the most spectacular of fights. It was more of a hack and dash, but we got the job done, and that's what counts, right? I got the trophy to prove it. Let me bring up the screen here. Get everything ready. Boom. Cheers, everybody. I got my tea. I had to wash the honey off my hands. That was my last minute adjustment. I made my tea. I sat down, and I was getting everything finished up. And I'm like, what's that? And I thought it was the controller. I had sticky on the controller. I had sticky on my hands. So I had to wipe everything off. We're good to go now. You did watch it. Okay. It wasn't a great boss by any means. It was a smash and grab, Mongoose. It was a smash and grab for sure. Magical, did you play? Hey, Dwell, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Did you play Demon Souls, Magical Mongoose, at all? You also did the unthinkable and purchased a physical copy of Dark Souls Remastered. Good job, man. Nice. I have one as well. I have a physical copy. I have it on Steam because I got it for half price because I already own it. But I decided I want to also buy a physical copy. I probably won't unwrap the physical copy, keeping with my MO of having all kinds of games that I buy and never play. But I might give it as a gift. I have a nephew that loves games. I bought my nephew a PS4 a couple years back, so I might give it to him. I don't know. We'll see what I'll do. Maybe I'll put it in the PS4 myself. But I bought one as well, just for the PS4, because I have all of the other ones for PS4 in physical copy. And I kind of have a little shelf with my little statue and my guidebooks and my copy. It's kind of like my little shrine to Dark Souls lore. You played Dark Souls. You played Demon Souls around your friend's house. Did you? Well, the reason I'm asking you was because if you watched, we were discussing it you probably saw it in the VOD, but that fight last night, hang on, there's some dust on the camera here, let me get that. That boss fight yesterday, the old one, or whatever, old one reborn, reminded me a lot of the Tower Knight it was a mixture of bosses. It was like the Tower Knight from Demon Souls, because it had the 6 people up above you had to get rid of, and it was like Quelaag because whatever it is, it's a collection of bodies, kind of like the Rotten, with one dude in charge up top throwing stuff. It was kind of like Quelaag because it was puking up all of this poisonous fluid all over the floor, toxic lava-like fluid all over the floor that could wreck you. And it was kind of like the Rotten because it was like a collection of bodies. So it was like you don't remember liking it. What, Demon Souls? I liked Demon Souls. I like Demon Souls a lot. I found in Demon Souls a lot of the bosses weren't that tough, but the run to the boss was tough. The Adjudicator, for example, right? It was a trick boss. The Adjudicator, you had to hit it in the stomach and it fell over and you beat it in the head. But you could literally get it down in one go if you knew that. But getting to it, running through the area with all of the roly-poly skeletons and the mana rays, they're flying around in the air, shooting stuff at you. Those who watched my Demon Souls run remember me running that over and over and over and getting wrecked by those skellies over and over and over. And then I was talking with Dwellable because he's a fan of Demon Souls, and we both watched the Happy Hob play Demon Souls, and he's an expert at doing blind runs and an expert at doing no-hit runs and stuff. But he's running Demon Souls blind, and the same thing was happening to him. He was getting wrecked over and over and over. And it was really heartwarming to see. Your tastes have changed. You probably like it by now. You might. You should give it a try again. You could probably get it for a good price. Although you need a PS3. I don't think they have it on I don't think you can get Demon Souls in any other format. I don't think, unless you have an emulator or something, I don't think you can get it for PS4 like a PS Now game. I don't think it's on PS Now. I don't think you can get it for Xbox or anything. I think it's a PS3 only game. So you'd have to have a PS3 to play it. Okay, let me get the game loaded up here. You guys will be pleased with what I did. I did 2 things. First thing I did was I farmed up the blood vials. So we have a full complement of blood vials again. And I did that by doing what we did yesterday. All I did was go back to the crossroads area where the executioners were and basically farmed them with the runes on that give you more drops. And what was the other rune that I had was good? More blood echoes and more drops. And I just ran that a whole bunch of times. And then I used the echoes that I collected to buy vials as well. So I filled us up again. So we've got, it's a PS3 exclusive. There you go, Dwell knows. I filled us up again. So we have a full complement. I didn't go all the way to 600 because it's a pain in the ass when you kill something and you pick up the loot, because you want to check it in case it's, you know, a blood gem or a, oh, hang on, listen. Can you hear that? Damn it, I have to restart the PS4. Can you hear it? Today we got the gremlins. I don't know why. Okay. I don't have to go off the air. I just have to restart the PS4. Give me a second. We got the... I can hear it in my... I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I hear it really strongly in my headset. A lot of scratchy, scratchy, scratchy on the game. Let me restart it. You can hear that, right? Restart. What was I going to say? So yeah, I did that. I farmed up the blood vials and spend echoes on blood vials and get all of that done. And the other thing I did was I read up on some of the lore on Bloodborne, so I have a little bit more of an idea of what's going on. I understand. Someone yesterday was asking me, did I know the significance of where we're fighting this boss at. So I was looking some of that stuff up, and my understanding of the whole scenario now has changed to a degree. My understanding now is that we can't, okay, Briggenworth is a university or a place of learning, and that, I gotta get these names right, and that, what's his name? Willem, that Master Willem was the provost at the university, was the president, head lecturer, president, provost of that university where the scholars were. Then he was teaching them, and these scholars discovered the blood of a great one in the Chalice dungeons, and they brought it back to the university, and they were looking at it, and they believed that they could enlighten themselves or raise themselves up to the stature or the mindsets of gods or whatever, if they were to, or get closer to the great ones by learning more about the blood, etc., etc. But there was a rift created. What are you guys talking about? The One Reborn is pretty meh. A lot of the mandatory bosses are. They seem to play more with an optional DLC bosses. Boss design is probably one of the hardest things to do in a video game. It's going to be a hit or miss. When the software gets it right, they do a brilliant job. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the DLC bosses and the rest of the main game bosses. I'm having a good time with the bosses. Sometimes some of the bosses get me down if they're gank fights or if it's just an endless supply of magic. I much prefer fighting bosses, but we deal with what we got, right? Don't think the mandatory bosses are generally bad, just often simpler. Yeah, it could be that, so far I found that the Bloodborne bosses to be simpler than the Dark Souls bosses. But, there's still the DLC and lots more bosses to see yet, so I can't make a full... Oh, hang on, I gotta press the button here. I can't make a full statement about that yet. Okay, I have to bring it up on my monitor too, because whenever I restart the PS4, I have it set up for my middle monitor, but whenever I restart the PS4, my middle monitor switches back over to computer monitor, so I have to set it back to HDMI. Now, let's hope the noise is gone. Seems like it might be gone. So weird why sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. Let's try. Hopefully the music will let us know. But anyway, back to what I was saying about the lore. So my understanding of it is this, that Master Willem, provost of the university, didn't like the blood. That people discovered that the blood had healing properties, but it had side effects, and the side effects were that it made people see creatures and beasts, turn people into beasts. There were terrible side effects with the blood, and he didn't trust the blood. He was much more interested in trying to understand and get closer to and elevate himself to the level of the great ones. And he believed that you could do that by studying eyes, and that if you had more eyes, you could get closer to the great ones, which is why we found all of those big bottles of eyes and stuff all around inside the... Damn it, is it still there? It is, isn't it? Can you hear that? Let the music go for a bit. Maybe it's going to be there, I think. It's still there. How am I going to get this to go away? Because it's, as the music, as sounds get louder, it's just going to get worse. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm sorry. Let me do this, guys. There's only one way to... The crackle, yeah. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse unless I get rid of it. Sorry to do this to you guys. I'm going to have to restart the stream to try to get rid of this. I'm going to have to restart it because I'm probably going to have to take OBS down to get rid of it. So let me... I thought it was gone when I brought the stream up, but it's not. It's still there, and it's going to be a pain in our ass. Unless I can get rid of it, but I got to restart the stream to do it, I think. So I'm gonna restart. I'll be back as soon as I can, guys. Sorry. Be right back.